surrender. It's time for a change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out, execution's down. Too late for an apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of flame, by God, it's overdue. Your time is in the end. Locked out silent without sin. He put me on the blood for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down. With suppressors attached in the war zone. Revolution could start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger popping like Farrakhan. Backed by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the plentiful sinful. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. O'Neill's too late when the caps get peeled. Don't believe in GC type. Going hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red in my vision through sight. It's gonna be killed whenever I fight. From above, I've been given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. On the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' win them all, so gon' pass the kite. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in the ideal sense. I mean in everyday, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme, gimme, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business, you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump, gimme, 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 push, 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 step, 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 crush, crush, crush. That's how it all is, and it's like, nobody ever stopped.
Watch time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when the run and bass drop. I rose up, took a shower, purified my arc field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure, I've more to build. Solid foundation, my crown chakra core and hill. Pound the pavement, sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child. Rid the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, simple highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math, a humble beast is still a beast, now feel the beast wrath, rain fire on them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them, destroy this de facto government and its quarrels, establish Big Ma house so she may restore him, the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge born is when rhyme and bass drop. The next host, note to self, quit playing, hit the gas, this shaft is called my turn, take the risk and spaz. Most of them got vaccinated, with chips in their ass. Plus rappers sacrificing each other for grips to their cash. Yeah. Watch videos with other subliminals, predictive programming, weirdo shrunk menstrual shows. The land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, like minerals, the water and skies I fry. Liquid chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next pop to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox off the chart. I continue to climb, watching the rest flop like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, X marks the spot. I shine because of her, for she's the best part. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Weighs the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Weighs the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when the right and bass drops.
You know God.
From the garden.
Oh my God. Wow. Incredible. Better try to decode this one. Yes, sir. By the end of this month. Yeah. MBB, I don't know if we get no better than this. Caught up in this. Where y'all at? Where the real church at? There are people that care about you. Turn me up a little bit in my head. People that are praying for you, that are advocating and fighting for you, and you need to fight for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Come out of this Babylonian mind state. You can all improve. Don't think you arrived there because you got money. Remember this. I got the driveway now. There's no more parking on the streets. A gift from God, not from making gritty beats. A fact scribed on papyrus with red ink. The sacrifice of Christ was to make your soul think in the spirit wise. See lots of things with my eyes as a top and bottom. Wherever in the city lies through the wicked times. I've been one of God's children that was fed with the manna in the wilderness. You feeling that? If not, you might as well be shot. Condemned to hell while volunteers take your spot. We're prone to fight. It's not about black and white, but wrong and right. And I hope that the light helps you sight. It's the devil's trick to keep you from seeing wicked schemes. Martin Luther had a vision and dream. Know what I mean? The plan of God is to save your soul. We all from one seed since the days of old.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All the way up.
Different religions of the world are all fighting. If they claim enlightenment, why is the world not uniting? It's sort of sad seeing kids running around with no dads and roaming the country like shepherds and nomads. Then they take a choice of separation or divorce. If opinions they force, take relations off course, being true to life. We should practice what we preach instead of judging each other. We should teach to bring peace in the north, southwest, and even the Middle East. We've all been affected by the beast, to say the least. Pride swollen like flour with fresh yeast. When the fire ain't down, will that repel the heat? No, and hell is deep. A lot of soldiers for the fire of the Satan's desire. But heaven's much higher than a Lexus or fat cribs in Texas. Dope, Chicabano, or marijuana, the effect is. Heavy.
You don't say much, do you?
Matrix. There's only one way to make it, and that's what God Almighty admitted folks fake it. Unless you plan to be a puppet or kill, plan to be a puppet or kill, I suggest you choose the right pill. I rock the mic as I drop light, sort of hidden in plain sight like satellites in the sky at night.
Oh.
No need to try and fight, for I simply come in peace. For the lost rockin' peace, Air Force Ones and peace. Much like the Middle East, they got us fighting factions, dividing the whole, then dividing the fraction. I remember back when we took time to chill. Now these times and crooked rhymes train our minds to kill. We in the matrix, you better choose the right pill. We lost a lot of good souls, many shoes to fill. So don't lose your grill if you got good teeth. But that image only bring kids in the hood grief. And if you're looking for beef, you better check Philo. For only elevated souls can go where I go. This God that I know, don't need to rock the show. Any closer to us than a simple rock, but we in the matrix. There's only one way to make it, and that's what God Almighty and many folks fake it. Unless you plan to be a puppet or kill, I suggest you choose the right pill. We in the matrix. There's only one way to make it, and that's what God Almighty and many folks fake it. Unless you plan to be a puppet or kill, I suggest you choose the right pill. Yo, I paid my dues. You never saw me in the news unless challenging these wicked crews. It may be strange to you, but there's much more to life than sparking weed or drinking on the brew. What has it come to? I might spit it twice if you fail to freaking hear it. I'm commissioned by the one that you be seeking in your spirit, and devils won't come near it. I'm appointed and anointed, and it's deeper than the thought of I keeping a joint dead. Which one of you creeps gave my brother the crack, which caused him to suffer a tragic heart attack? Now my mom's and brother Mike and me Max V got a limb broken off of our family tree. It is the man in me that make me want to take vengeance, but the Lord gave me peace when I came and repented. Some told you I was kidding.
Man, this is good.
I meant it. You decided to get high, was plain and simple self-centered. Matrix. There's only one way to make it, and that's what God Almighty and many folks fake it. Unless you plan to be a puppet or kill, I suggest you choose the right pill. We in the matrix. There's only one way to make it, and that's what God Almighty and many folks fake it. Unless you plan to be a puppet or kill, I suggest you choose the right pill. Choose the right pill.
Luz, what's up, brother? I guess we had an agent in here. He couldn't hang out. I guess he just want to interrupt everything. Ain't interrupting shit. We got a handful more minutes. I'm going to talk about a few things, then we're going to go ahead and read, but
That's right.
I think it's important. Man, this sounds good to the motherfucker, yo. Man, this is one right here.
Keep saying, yo, that's what's up, but you can't get Kool-Aid from a soda cup, and that's the attitude. Yo, they blowed us up. It's clear in 5 minutes, they don't know what's up. Yo, these lost cats keep saying, yo, that's what's up, but you can't get Kool-Aid from a soda cup, and that's the attitude. Yo, they blowed us up, and it's clear in 5 minutes, they don't know what's up. I'm from a city of cons and accord. I said cons and accord, not cons and an accord. You better grab your sword. If you're dealing with these devils, they seek to destroy God's sheep on every level. There's a plan out there to destroy you. Got you jumping into traps like your boy do. And on the surface, it seems like they ignore you. Indictment got you giving up head like what poor do. You see young blood, you got a chance to change the system, but you're chilling with these devils and you know to kiss them. You give them props when you used to diss them. Don't let the CD stop, dude. I'm about to drop wisdom. Don't you see they building jails and prisons and everything is fake and full of division? So take heed of the schism. It's much darker than the catechism. The devil has soldiers like God.
Look, who's all up in here? Speak up unless it's the agents, you dumbasses.
And in the end, homeboy, they got you living in sin, but the truth delivers.
Got a new book up. I meant to show y'all the other day, but I didn't.
Strangers in the night, flush your next again. Go ahead.
I don't think I did.
Better yet, make friends. Do yourself.
God damn, man, where's my knife?
Get rid of your fake friends. God is great. God is good. Let us thank God for our food. Sing. Keep saying, yo,
God is great, God is good. Thank him for the food.
Yo, they blew us up. It's clear, shining light, they don't know what's up. Yo, these lost cats keep saying, yo, that's what's up. But you can't get Kool-Aid from the soda.
Excuse me. I just Lex Will, y'all.
It's clear in 5 5 minutes, they don't know what's up. Father God, I know it says that the righteous will be afflicted.
It's kind of slushy, like.
You looking at me?
Really shouldn't be drinking the ice cold. It really should be like room temperature. I had it in the freezer. Make your stomach, it upset your stomach.
Hearts of mankind, so we can have the peace of mind. Part of your design. It's sort of hard to find for people fearing lost in the cost of their souls. Satan leading them blind. Many cut from the vine and need a rope to help cope. As they often hear nope, then they find hope and dope in an angry sea with no one steering the boat. Barely staying afloat down and cut each other's throat. Statistics say majority is shit in the folk. Or maybe someone out here is feeling the poke. I'm a feeling the coke. I know Jehovah keep it bro. Stop revealing your yoke, professing that you are broke. This life is temporal, like the puff of your smoke. There's a higher level up ahead, you feeling me low? Yo, they killing me, bro. Saw me in cornrows and locks, now they fearing me, bro. They're not feeling the fro. Somebody finna go. I broke my back in the 90s, now my testimony is a definitive flow. I got a penny to throw, so take the 10 cents of mine if you hitting the dirt or you finna for more. Yo, these lost cats keep saying, yo, that's what's up, but you can't get Kool-Aid from a soda cup. And that's the attitude, yo, that blowed us up. It is clear in 5 minutes, they don't know what's up. Yo, these lost cats keep saying, yo, that's what's up, but you can't get Kool-Aid from a soda cup. And that's the attitude, yo, that blowed us up. And it's clear in 5 minutes, they don't know what's up. All right. Yeah, amazing productions, City of Cons. You listening to it on WMAX. Yes. It's the MVP and it's crew rocking again.
I don't need this shit no more. They sending me, I told them I don't want it no more. They sent me one, they sending me two. They're idiots, man. You call them, I hit them all up, man.
Hey, what's up, man? My name is Sean, yo. Okay, what's up with you, brother? Nothing much, man. Listen, look, I need to be calling.
Everybody want a damn dollar. Goofy ass. Goofy.
This is what hip-hop is supposed to be, but on the different, you know.
Can't figure it out. But they think they got it all figured out. Oh, this is my stuff, y'all. Be careful, this air might come from another country that you ain't used to. Hey, it might have something in it. Seriously. Oh, chill, cuz.
Give me a call, bro. I need to get on. Oh, shit.
You don't even know what you're smelling, man.
Next call, baby. Give me the next call. Next call, baby.
I'm serious, you don't even know what you're smelling, man. I gotta blow my nose. Getting all that mucus out. At least it gets out of me quick now. Compared to how it used to get out of me. So I never get out of me at all. Crazy, man.
You know what I'm saying? This dude come on the first 2-3 minutes, man. We drop the L's, we drop everything. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm saying. Nah, I'm saying.
Flows, delivery, sick message. Look, message on point. So,
what's up, man? Want me to break out? I got Alexander a gas mask, y'all. No, it's not this one. This one I keep on deck, ready all the time. With about 5 of these. Lasts a long time. I need to get 5 more though. But I got him a gas mask.
Caller, you there? Speak up. Come on, caller.
I thought me and him was gonna be scrapping for real.
Okay, we feeling it too. What are your thoughts on it, man?
So I can perform, I can operate with this one, y'all. I can see everything around me and do what I gotta do in case somebody wanna get retarded.
Yo, this is what it is, man. Always seeing us on the news, going through this and that, yo. It's true what the scriptures say. You know what I'm saying? If you bless Israel, you will be blessed. If you curse, you will be cursed.
Be blessed in return.
So why don't you loosen up a little bit on your rant?
Now these were created around like 2015, for real, y'all.
Yeah. Besides, we work just as hard as anybody else.
About like 8 years ago.
The truth of the matter is,
Max V?
Yeah.
Yeah. And him being a real trooper, I know that he got much more. Probably got some stuff copy wrote, which is excellent. You know what I mean? We got about 2 more minutes. Yeah, I just want to show y'all what I got in the mail. That's a Fiberine. That's like that's from I did not put up for the continue ordered this 5 times berberine. It's supposed to be pretty decent. I never used it. I got like 4 or 5 bottles of the crap. I just bought one just to have to try, and they kept sending it. I hit them up and says, "Yo, what are you doing?" Now they send one. Supposedly the government, see, this is how they sell crap. Supposedly the government was going to shut them down because the NMN. But you got other companies that are selling it too, right? And it's like, you know, do you have to continue? I even called them and said, y'all got to continue to lie. Like the moment y'all came out, I went and looked up what the government was doing as far as NMN. You're not producing a perfect grade of this stuff. You get it from overseas, probably through China, which is some of them. And they listening to me, and I says, like, stop it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all hyped up on people about fear, on this fake demic and everything else. You know what I mean? So you got to call these companies out for their BS. And some will sit there and want to argue, but you live in a fad rack. But what's going to happen when it's all said and done? So, you know what I mean? I got to call them. When I get done here, I got to call them and tell them, do not send that. I'll just change the number and be like, yeah, we just won't get paid. Just won't get nothing. You know what I mean? I ain't going. The website is goofy, so you know what I mean. I mean, it's a solid platform, but it's just goofy. So anyway, the book I got the other day that I meant to show y'all was the Book of Wisdom by Joseph of Arimathea, transliteration by Desert Owl. I got it. Supposedly, when I went in there yesterday, we're just closing the thing. I said, hey, he says, we think you got some books in the back, Mr. Branch, but put it out in the morning. Pick up your little tab, coin in, and we'll get them to you. So. I think I got some books or something else. I don't know. Like I said, somebody's been ordering me stuff, and I'm just careful when I get stuff, and I don't know who it is, and you ain't saying nothing. I might just take the damn thing and throw it in the dumpster. I'm like that. I'm not built up on this world of materialism. I'm not. I can see another gift coming. I ain't got no note or anything. It's going right in the garbage. I don't care. I wouldn't care if it weighed 20 pounds. I don't care if it came and looked like it might be I got a golden ticket. Willy Wonka type. It's going in the garbage. So if you're going to send me something, and I appreciate it, because I want to be able to show true appreciation, show the eternal bonding, and the uttermost of respect. You know what I'm saying? As far as the narrative of how you all been conditioned to believe what is respect, which is natural order. The thanks is in the giving. So I shouldn't have to say nothing. Just like when I give, I don't look for nobody to go, appreciate you, big bro, this, that, and all that stuff. I gave it. You know, it has nothing. I would hope that you would see beyond that. So I use, for those who don't know, I use Dr. Squash soap. Now, I used to make it. I just don't feel like making the stuff no more. So I got pine tar and wood barrel bourbon. These are phenomenal. Excellent. Exceptional. I mean, I could have set a little thing right here and took a shower showing y'all in cold water. Yes, with a washcloth, people. We use washcloths. We don't just use our hand. I mean, I'm pale skin, so I don't have to use my hand to wash. What kind of goofy is that? Anyway, light skin. Anyway, so I got the pine tar. It gets your bathroom pretty black, y'all. I don't care if you go back with bleach and lemon oil, and scrub it down. It gets the bathroom black. It's real pine tar. And then the wood barrel bourbon. One of my favorite things when I use this is to use the Alpine Sage spray. This is the natural deodorant stick. So most time I use lime juice. People know I don't use deodorant. You're not gonna see it in the bathroom. You ain't gonna see it in my room. I don't have deodorant. I do not, and I use lime juice like every 2 or 3 days, and that's after using either black seed oil or what's that stuff that pulls? It's a mineral oil that you put under there, and it might burn if you got some bad lymph nodes, right? It might burn a little bit, saying, hey, you got a problem. But what happens is it pulls. You see what I'm saying? And my inner arm here is kind of straight, so it pulls, and like 2-3 days, man, I'll be like, it smells like I might have went for a long run, but it ain't deadly. Because you need to get used to that natural smell, because soon enough, you ain't going to have deodorants and all that, and you don't know what pine trees, you don't know how to extract, you don't know how to make a fire to boil. Trust on me, and so you're going to be funky. So you might as well start getting used to being. That's why a lot of Europeans come here when they're at the gun range, stuff like that. They walk around Subway. If I go over there pick up a sub for one of the old ladies at the Beehive, you know, I stop in there sometimes and be like, hey, Red, can you get us a sub? And then folks, you heard people are 80, 90, 100 years old. And so I get a note, and then I go and buy I just go and buy the sandwiches and bring them back, because it's wonderful to see our elders. It don't matter what identity and whatever y'all race and all that other crap they got y'all stuck in. it's just a beautiful thing because it's pure love. Regardless of what they went through in life, it was their hell created by this fake Vatican, this fake government, and everything else. Now, TikTok tried to come at me, right? But they're doing that at all of us. Get rid of the account. I don't care. I told them, gave them the finger. I could show them they're emotionally unstable. They're not in control of nothing. You know, they believe they got to a place where they're solidified. Why am I saying that? I shared the oath thing, right? Now, Kamala Harris took an oath. Let me explain something to you about individuals that put their hand on a book. You never seen the inside of that book. You were well aware that everybody's lying. All right? What oath? What oath did they take? To what and to who? And how about the fact that they lied to you because the oath actually meant nothing as far as what they're doing? To keep an image is all they're doing. Because you have subjugated or subjected yourself to this fictional system. See, it's funny. You have the sister, right? The sister who got locked up because somebody used a gun or whatever, right? She got 2 years or whatever, right? You have the light-skinned guy and his wife getting locked up because of son, right? And you have this one boy, 5th or 6th grade, that shot the teacher, right? And so what they want to do is they want to punish the parents as if it's their problem. But what's funny is they give a birth certificate and I want you to pay attention. They give a birth certificate and this so-called Social Security card, and they lie to you from the day of inception, and then because of the parent and mother, because you literally sign them over in ignorance, not knowing that these people are liars, and so the state believes your child is theirs. But when it's an action, so you're going to be an uppercase. It's a straw man. You're based on maritime. You're dead in their eyes. So they're messing with the fictional you. That's how delusional this government and politicians are. Yet when something goes down, now you got to take the brunt of it, the physical you. So that means upper lowercase. All right, upper lowercase, uppercase, upper lowercase, and your suffix is important. You know why? Because that way they can identify. How many of y'all got a bank card, right? I want you to see something. And people think it's a game. All right, let me pull a couple of these bank cards I got. All right. I want y'all to notice something, okay, on these bank cards, okay? Let me see. Well, that's my Access Pell. It's disability for those who think this is not. So on all of my bank cards, it's all uppercase. All uppercase. Because this is based on your trust. The banks don't have no gold or silver to trade with in commerce. So they must rob you or let you put it in there by the fiat, which is fictional, right? Which is a curse and a spell in itself. And work off the dead. You as not the living entitled person, because they're robbing you. And the issue is, because you're not together and you run around all separated and divided, you get what you asked for. So let me see, is this one? This one that is actually a melanated of this land hanging. That is a curse saying that you don't exist. Now they will say otherwise, but if you got a Zoom, you can go on 100 times, you'll see that's actually a brother, Orthogonus, an Atlantean, a Judean, a true shepherd of this land. This is how sick they are. Okay, the thing is, they think it's not going to bite them back because they're messing and dealing with things, and those things aren't old. Okay, well, I was going to show you the one with the dollar with the eye on it and all that crud, but there's so many things on here. I don't want to get into it because it could be spell casting. I don't want to do that. Okay, for those who believe in spells and stuff like that in that narrative. Okay, but they lie. What makes you think they will stop lying? So TikTok wanted to say, like, I was teaching hate speech. These mothers, they reach. Just shut down your little stuff. You got all the information. You got all the stuff you need, right? Just shut it down. Like, be for real. Like, what's all the stir up? What, you think you causing people to bow out? I'm not emotional about it. I curse them out all the time. They something that put a pill. I says, what are you doing? I says, look, I didn't curse you bugs working there, but you better believe I'll make it happen. I don't care how, and the majority of them, it doesn't matter what faction, what cult, what homosexual, what Bohemian Grove, all that, that's just for the mindless puppets, the people who are going to be pitted against those of you who have order, who they need to keep disorganized so you don't figure this out. And because you are is why they want to do a research. They want a nuclear, they want this war. Well, if that's what you call a war, that ain't shit. But anyway, right? They think that everybody cares. There's a majority of us. No, we go there to intimidate them because they're nothing. No, literally, they are absolutely nothing. See, when you have no control of self, what do you think you are? When you've been nurtured and groomed into whatever it is you accepted and play your role, I don't care if it's a serial killer. You have absolutely nothing. Therefore, you are absolutely nothing. Therefore, when you do become, it will be too late. And that's the riddle. And believe me, none of you are going to get it, so don't try. Okay? Anywho, I wanted to get my read in. I said I was going to read, that's why I got it up there, as far as exposing expositions and heaven and bearers. But I wanted to point this out. Now, you can go and look on it. You can go and look on gov.com, this, that, and other, and it'll show you people taking an oath. Now, a lot of them didn't have to. It'll also let you know, let's read this to you, and then we're going to read. Okay? It will also let you know, just so, all right? Like right here, you have, isn't one Bible supposed to be good? Then what's the other one? The oath of office. Isn't that just the contractual part of the Constitution? The articles ain't that thick, right? So if he's just taking those two books, which one's supposed to be one of the old? Well, you know, there's about 4 or 5 presidents that did. Look at this, y'all. I want to read this, and we're gonna be done with this, all right? Okay. The Constitution's eligibility requirements for the presidency are spare, and in every form, excuse me, are spare, and in every formal sense, at least Donald J. Trump meets them all. He was elected with a majority of electoral votes in a fashion that comports with the 12th Amendment. While he famously questioned his predecessor's birth certificate and citizenship, which he was correct, nobody seems to doubt his. Trump is, as Article 2, Section 1, Clause 5 we read, that requires a natural-born citizen. He has attained to the age of 35 years, with some years to spare, actually, and he has certainly been 14 years a resident with the United States. Yes, you can run for president at 35. Don't be stupid. And finally, on January 20, 2017, in apparent accordance with Article Section 1, Clause 8, I could read it to you, before he entered on the execution of his office, he took the following oath of affirmation. I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. It's supposed to be United States of America. That's what they've changed. There's only one problem with Trump's eligibility for the office he now holds. The idea of Trump swearing this or any other oath solemnly is not to put too fine a point on it. Laughable, as more fundamentally is any promise on his part to faithfully execute this or any other committed that involves the centrality of anyone or anything other than himself. The problem is you got to be careful of what you read, especially if it's fake Jews and this fake law system and everything else. The thing is to read between the lines. He stood by, he performed his duties, even if it was meant for him to do that. It doesn't matter what any fake Jew that calls himself a lawyer, unless they're truly good, says or deems they're impractical, based on dead things. And if they're not being honest with the person they're supposed to be protecting that the system created, they got something coming too. It's just the way it is, y'all. So you can go in here and you can go to Wikipedia, you can go to friggin', if you want the history.com crap, you go to Vox, Newsweek, you can go to Quora, Congress.gov, and you can pull all this stuff down. And there's many other things that it discusses, it talks about. Excuse me. Got gas, y'all. You know I don't eat a lot of meat, right? Seriously. So they say Kamala Harris used 2 Bibles. No, she didn't. And the Bible ain't real in the first place because it's a change. It's been changed and manipulated. Just like I'm going to say this and I'm going to be done with it. They tell you hell, but yet they're messing with little boys, sexing and murdering. The hell is fiction. But you not knowing what to do when you transition, because if you haven't prepared, there's no ascension. You may come back and do all this goofy in a different world where, well, that's why it's important that you make your mark now, okay? Because see, they're attempting to trap things and utilize those things, all right? So it's very important that you pay attention to these little simple things, okay? Now, if you're a person that needs to believe in something, this is not the place for you. You either don't know and you're about finding out to have knowledge in, so that way one day you can subsequently say, I know, as far as what is mitigated. But to sit there talking about belief, maybe you really didn't study what that word is, didn't watch my videos, or you have a hard time with the etymology as far as the narrative of what etymology means, okay? And belief means you don't know crap. That means you're a follower. Okay? It doesn't matter how many times something tells you for ye are gods or whatever. You will never be that because you are like that little black lantern boy in the front yard with big red lips, greeting everybody that come in that they as soon as just run it over to see, well, what is it made out of? This is the ignorance you deal with in the world. Don't worry, this is not a call of prayer. Okay? This is accessing. And most of y'all don't know it because you haven't been nurtured in how to access. And you think that access is just me, you getting in my head. Aren't you already in your head? Isn't your head you? Accessing is based on a whole different predicament, a situation. It's out of this fake norm. And until you start going back to that and knowing the energy that circumvents from both portals of your hands, they're portals. You think they're not? They are portals, right? And how to focus it and where you're touching yourself at the right points. Don't they use caps with energy to speed up dreams, to slow them down? Don't they use that to show that they can compute how to move a bionic? If I'm wrong, please do. Based on silver and copper electrode stimuli and servos and everything that would function with that thought process, which you think is always just a muscle movement. No, they have neural parts and transplants now where you can move an arm based on thought. You know what I mean? So I don't want to beat a dead horse in the head, and I'll talk about this a little later, but there's a whole lot more to it. And everybody just wants to be this thing instead of being who they're supposed to be. You know what I mean? So let's get into exposing expositions of 1851, 1950. I want to say, Ganja, I hit you up already. Thank you for the donation. You know, you didn't have to donate, bro. Come on, man. You already know. You know what I'm saying? It's the non-believers, and I don't want non-believers. I need people who know. People I've been telling they should know by now, but they don't. All right? And then somebody else did hit me up too, I think. I don't know if I said it yesterday. If I didn't, I just want to get that out because that's what I do. Okay? Because y'all the ones that help me get these books. Regardless of what I spend, it doesn't matter. Okay? Okay, Ganja, and I think I said Eugene Washington. But we already got Timothy answer. Appreciate y'all, beloveds. Thanks a lot. It's sitting right there. I'm not going to pull it. Thursday or Friday, I ordered a few books. I think I got a couple over there. We'll go pick them up. And again, appreciate it. New subscribers, appreciate you. I wish you was coming here and speak up. But then it tells me something else. I don't have to smell that. But hey, either way, get the 35. We get the 35 and I tell the story. I'm manipulated. Because y'all coming in here subscribing and you're lying. Exposing expositions, 1851, 1915, revised. I'll tell you what, I'm going to make something up. I'm not a coward. Revised 2021 from his 2000, Howdy Mikowski. And yes, I got some sauce on there from eating. Some good ass wings, y'all. Anyway, God can tell you, man. So let's go ahead and get into that. Remember we was looking at Central Court of 1904 with St. Louis, 1904. So let's go ahead and pick up where we left off at. As for the city's history, French explorers were not supposed to begin coming to the area until the 1700s. The census of 1772 claims The village that was there to be 637 people. The Louisiana Purchase happens in 1803, and right after the Army team of Captain Meriwether Lewis and Lieutenant William Clark. That's right, Lewis and Clark. We're talking about Captain and Lieutenant. Go on a 2-year odyssey across the entire Indian Territory from Pittsburgh to the Pacific Coast, and their scouts were Negroid. Yes, Indian. Yes. Okay. They were to explore and map the country. And we know that's a lot because everybody already knew the land, the great cities and everything. Study the plant animal life. So this is a Orwellian factor, but just go ahead and read it. And create trade routes with the local native Indians. Of course, the real mission of their journey might have been much different, to find out what other great deserted cities in the newly taken land here might be. They too would be the historical focus of an exposition that in Portland, 1905, check this out, and you can pull up the Lewis and Clark, all right, courthouse and all that. St. Louis began to grow in 1816. Work was started on the courthouse. Here, a city with less than 2,000 of population in the middle of the continent with basically no roads can just throw up a massive dome and column building up in a few years? Where did all the stone come from? And how was it all transported on horseback and wagons? Just how many people were going to court every day that this was needed? It wasn't a courthouse. The 1840s, we didn't need courthouses and jails, y'all. Nor asylums and mental wards and all that. And the 1840s are claimed to be a time of great immigration from Irish and Germans, as well as a huge influx of black slaves, all lies. It became a city of jazz and blues music because we all know who the slaves that were coming here. All right. See, even when they write, it's not like they know all these things. Okay. That's why you don't listen to no pale skin unless they know who you are. Doesn't mean even then you don't listen to nothing they got to say. Light skin. Anyway, influx of blacks. It became a city of jazz and blues music, as well as a key chapter. Why would we be singing blues, y'all, and creating jazz? Keep the rhythm. Key chapter in early pro baseball. 1849 seems to be a bad year. First, a cholera epidemic is said to kill 5,000 people. Then a huge fire breaks out. What city with ancient buildings does not have a fire? Supposedly started by accident on a steamboat. More likely 1849. Now, steamboat, you know what motors we made, right? Anyway, I'm just saying, man, how long do they think they can keep this lie going? And I've been talking about this for decades. More likely 1849 is marked out as the year they began to bring in a new people to this found or captured city. 1849. I'm telling you, that's between 1849, they were bringing more people to fight us as we were fighting so many people, y'all. Found or captured city, marked out as the year they began to bring in new people to this found or captured city. History prior to 1849 for St. Louis might be basically made up. And what we can even remotely call history began in 1849. It began later than that. All the history that you've been told about 1700s is all pure BS, nonsense. Why don't y'all go to, for those of you who got Alexa, why don't you go and ask Alexa, does Britain own the U.S. corporation? Some of y'all do it right now. I know some of y'all got Alexa because y'all just can't help yourselves. The Joneses next door is the big house owned by the Joneses to a little brown shack that's owned by me. I get so mad every time that I see him, so I guess deep down that's called envy. I walk out every morning before I drive in my car. The old horse and buggy I should say it is, compared to the new car owned by the Joneses to my car is 12 years older than his, right? Come on. You got it. Go and talk to your Lexus right quick. And he got the other little one. I forget the name of that bitch. But anyway, ask him. The U.S. corporation is owned by the crown. Always has been. There's been no revolutionary war with we won a war and this, that. That's all a made up lie. We have been fighting and whooping their butts nonstop. For them to put the crown over the U.S. corporation, that's the betrayal in the system in 1870 and 1875. Why didn't they have a Federal Reserve then? Why were they blowing up the buildings while we were still at war? Now, most of our people, POWs, we're freeing a lot of them. They don't tell that story because they want you to look at dumb roots with goofy comedians and sorry sold out black folk, dead things, who don't know no better to do any better. How about that? I had to get it in just a little bit. You know what I mean? What is tea? What is a teacup without tea? Anyway, excuse me. One more note on St. Louis is that it is known as with its Gateway Arch. Several researchers such as Vanessa B.A. and Kalia Krohn suggest that San Francisco and its Golden Gate is linked with St. Louis and its gate. That they may in fact be endpoint portals in some way at the Lions Gate Bridge in Vancouver, and there is some strange symbolism with the various cities' gates, and they didn't build them. So next we'll begin to the exposition, and we'll we'll key in on more beneficial information as far as, because this really gets good, okay? And I want to keep it going as far as that paradigm, so you have more. It'd be all inclusive to you, and you have more information. So when people come talking to you, why don't you go back to Africa? You look at them like this. Oh, there's another dummy, and you just keep it moving, unless they put their hands up. Need to slaughter them. I don't advocate violence, you know that. Self-defense, yeah. Stop being limited and be limitless. Okay? Because y'all continue to limit yourselves. There's only a few who are limitless, but they can use your hand too. Come in here. If everybody can, you'll be surprised at what you've accomplished. I hope for those who didn't see it, I'm gonna show you that book again. I actually got it the other day, so you can see this a little bit. I've been reading it. All right. You know, a desert owl, right, is a bird that sees in the night, right? You know, a collector of the lost and sacred writings and stuff like that. The thing is, we have to be careful because most of those things have been toiled with, and most of the people that put it out there because somebody got rested, because they were sharing things. And so what they do is they said, what's out there? Well, let's go ahead and see if we can put a spin on it and change it a little bit. But the moment you start walking into your truth, and many of you it's going to be too late. I would think not, if I'm properly thinking, but most of you will be too late. When you start realizing it, you'll be like this. Instead of taking action, you'll be sitting there like this because it'll be so heavy. And then you'll be like, and then when you go to say something, because your ignorance is supplying you with that false narrative, you think time exists and that patience is reward. No. And patience exists, so therefore time, we will be rewarded for more. This is not no fake congregational house when they go, you have 5 minutes, Councilman Jim. You know, no. So let's get into Heaven Bearers, The Great Reset of 1834 and the Mud Flood by Janine Helen. Y'all know I got the second. The third one might be there. If it is, y'all, I'm just going to read these all the way through, y'all. I read this one 3 times. And there she is, our little beloved little sweet sister there in South Africa. I don't believe that's where she lives. But y'all can go find out if you decide to go to her Instagram page and her YouTube. I think she has a YouTube now. I'm not sure. She has, Instagram is where I follow her on. So anyway, let's go ahead and pick it up because I know it's been a few days, all right? Get some of this tea. Oh, it's hot. Oh, man. Oh, that's hot. All right, let's get it in. So the twins. Now you got to remember, we've been scrapping. We've been scrapping here. Bonnie, you know what I'm saying? Malcolm is cross-eyed, and Azrael. You know what's going on, right? Y'all do recall. Okay, so I'm just not gonna read. I'm just seeing if you can remember. Up there at the top of the tree, Mother Earth is doing the best she can, and Mother Nature. You know, let's go ahead and get it in. Now you remember the twins are teenagers now. For some reason, they sped up in growth. The twins hurry over to Bonnie and stand by her side. What do we do next, Mother? Amelia asks, concerned, and is ready to fight alongside her. Run! She shouts, and without hesitation, they join the others, fleeing as fast as they can away from her. Now remember, she done melted some people and turned them into some little sludge. And on Logan's Run, one of the first runner, these little vehicles come flying down and spray this chemical, and You know what I mean? He eviscerates and evaporates, and you know what I mean? So anyway, she kneels down onto the floor, and the wind that has formed around her has gotten so strong that the roots holding onto the heaven bearers start to rip off and get sucked into the force of nature she is becoming, or the vortex of the energy she's creating. She scratches a circle into the ground with her index finger and says Malcolm's name out loud. Y'all just get that cup of tea? She scratches a circle into the ground with her index finger. That's all I'm going to say to you. Oh, this is very plausible, very accurate. It says Malcolm's name out loud. The ground around them immediately starts to shake violently, reaching the distance of over a mile. Boulders of rocks start to descend down on them, and one crushes in it right where he is standing. Samira starts to run and hide, but she trips over her own feet and the rock lands onto her legs, crushing them completely. And she is unable to move at all. She is screaming out in pain, and it pleases Bonnie. She has lost herself completely and only seeks revenge now. Girl, stop this at once, Azrael shouts at her and dodges the rocks that are aiming for him. Ard starts running for the mountains, and Bonnie imagines the earth breaking away right in front of him and hot sap from the tree of life filling the crack that opens up. She begins to smile as her imagination turns into reality, and she can hear him scream as he burns to death. Thank you, she says calmly, and can feel the tree of life acknowledge her. Get out of here. Get out of... Excuse me. Get Azrael. Hey, man, I ate, man. Y'all don't know, I don't eat heavy like that, man. That watermelon juice, my apologies. I will take care of the Tartarians and keep the mountains at bay. She hums in the wind for Bonnie to hear. Bonnie smiles and lets the entire ground on which she is standing on crumble away. Rocks crash into each other, crush everything in their path. Some rocks shatter into smaller ones, while others turn to powder and mix with the soil and other vegetation around them. Everything is spinning in circles until the land ends underneath. And then everything stops moving and goes completely quiet. Her eyes are still bright in color, and it lights up this dark and decrepit place. There is movement in the far end, and she glances quickly into that direction. But there is nothing there. She can't see the heaven bearers. They are all buried under the rock and soil. But she knows that they are not dead. Samira is still groaning in pain and trying to dig through the sand back up to the surface. She watches the ground move, and her hand reaches out in desperation for someone to help her. Bonnie walks up to her and takes her by the hand and pulls her up gently. Her face is cut up and bruised from the fall, and Bonnie actually feels sorry for her suddenly. She drags her over to a safer corner and takes a good look at her wounds. Your legs, she says, and realizes then that she will never walk again. Her humility has returned, and she wants to help her. Tree of life, can you hear me? She feels a sudden breeze, and her blonde hair starts to sway. I need you to take her somewhere safe and tend to her wounds. I want her alive. She will pay for what she has done. Death will be too easy for her. Amen. Amen. Bonnie says, that means for everybody. Bonnie says, and she watches how that same big blue butterfly descends down in front of her and takes Samira away with it. The ground in the corner of her eye starts to move, and she can feel a presence behind her. It is Kismet, and he charges at her, swinging a sharp rock in her direction. She ducks down, and the rock just barely misses her head. It scrapes the top of it just slightly, and she watches as a few strands of her hair land at her feet. Her eyes quickly flash to gold, and he knows he has just angered her great. What is that saying? You know you... Oh. I'm not going to kill you, monster. You will have your day in front of the council, and you will be punished accordingly for your crimes, she tells him arrogantly, and starts to fight him. We'll be getting into chapter 21 next. But yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed the read. Excuse the gas, man. I just got to reading that. It ain't like I went for a 45 or 50-minute walk like I usually do when I'm here, just me. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm chatting down, kicking the Willy Bobo, getting up, moving all over the place. So hope y'all appreciate that read. And I am going to come back and read Negro Project and Witch Called because Heaven Bearers. I went ahead and read some more of the Constitution. I think it's going to be real informative. I'm going to attempt to read it, and then you go and research it and see if you can break it down. I'm not going to sit there breaking down the Constitution because it's been tampered with. And if you can't find the original Constitution and to see all the amendments and changes they made to do this they're doing right now, then you just shouldn't even worry about the Constitution if you don't know nothing about it. You dig what I'm saying? And yes, my friend hit me up and told me again, he says, yeah, I came over and watched your live. They're definitely messing with your live, bro. I was like, well, they're messing with themselves. You would think that they were very intelligent. They're not. Anybody can be grafted in and groomed into anything. And you can be shown things that'll qualify you in that place. But is it the so-called truth? See, ergo the issue, when you have people who get into bloodletting and get seeped in or stuck in, it doesn't matter who has nurtured them. There's always that thing that's contentious with the so-called man and woman. It doesn't matter what you look like or whatever. All right? It doesn't matter what manipulation. There is something in you that's different from everybody else, and they cannot cut that away. They cannot store that. They cannot freeze it. They cannot stop it. It can always come back. It can go on. It can do even more than that. The thing is, they need you to stay as dumb as possible. For those brothers and sisters that have a hard time understanding that Atlantis was true, regardless of its real name, Atlantis is very true. You are not just not a misnomer. You're not just a misnomer now. You are lost. To be a Judean, true of Shem, it's not based on the story how they told you. You got to remember, they steal everything. They utilize and then they create. The story is the way they broke it down was to hide you that you will never see it, but people have a hard time interpreting, because I've asked many of these light skins, right? I said, well, if Ham is the progenitor of the dark races, but not the Negro, then help me out here. But because they have this goofy generation right now, and I'm not saying that to be mean, you are a goofy generation. It's like liberals. Most of the liberals I've ever talked to said they voted because of gay pride, fictional Black Lives Matter, all lives supposed to matter, whatever that crap is. And the right. And their psychotic mind of the chemical lobotomy to think that it's all right for children to see gay people dancing and to know about the sex between both races. This is what they vote by. Okay, that shows you how the limit. Seriously, the degradation of this world you exist in. You have no idea, no clue. And the thing is, nobody wants to see that for what it is. Now, I'm not a liberal conservative type, and if I was to vote, I would vote for Trump. I wouldn't care if he was the one that sit up and came, look, I'm the Messiah, whatever. Yeah, okay. I just happen to know some things. But the thing is, nobody wants to see things for what it is because people are easily grafted. And they'll fight and they'll die for this, sadly. And that's how ignorant they are. You know, see what I'm saying? There are deeper truths for those who like to use the word truth again. There's deeper enlightenment based on a reality that is not based on a subversion of a false reality. Okay? And I would enjoy seeing people become more eternally bonded to one another as if it was an origin. And I know that's hard because when you've been running around in this box of confusion, locked away in Pandora's box, and when if it was really open, you think you're confused now? Listen, Pandora's box is not a good place. Does it mean it's a bad place? By the narrative. By the narrative. Am I here to make that a staple? I say just stay away from Pandora's box. Don't worry about what it is or anything else. Don't even worry, but just ascend. It's not complicated, as I stated the other day. It's not complicated. And if they want to test, well, you prepare yourself to transition. You don't have to scream. You don't have to go, no. You must have focus and appreciation of focus. or you keep being swayed by those who really don't know nothing. I don't know anything, but I'm going to share the small things that I do know. All right? So let me see something. Is it on? It's not on. I was going to play a little music. Cut out of here. I appreciate you, your donations and everything. Like I said, tomorrow, I guess today is Thursday. Don't y'all even say nothing, because you know I don't do days and I don't do time. I had to look at the clock twice just to make sure I'm punctual to this thing, seeing how they want to block everything. Just because I have it there is not for me. I do not look at that thing. You just saw me doing that because I just wanted to make sure. I even slow it down because I don't care about the time. Okay? And I know it's hard to believe, but I'm not lying. So anyway, yeah, it's not one. I got to charge that anyway. It's got 1 bar. I appreciate y'all, man. Like I say, I'm eternally bonded to you guys, man. There's only one form of love. I say that word. See, when you know better, you're supposed to do better, right? Y'all know I don't like using the word love. To me, it's a crap meaning. It's backwards. It's BS. All right, and that's why I always believe I believe, and I'm gonna say it like this. Benefit, what I'm saying is being the benefactor of the benefit of what I'm expressing when I say believe, okay? My knowledge is when you learn otherwise, that means you begin to know better. So that means if you begin to know better, then you start doing better. That means being practical, regardless of where you was at where you was. Now you look at where you're at and where you're going. There's going to be a transitional space, right? You got this space over here, and you're going to transition to this space. It means it can be fluid, just like that. One leaf turns over another. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes to make a sword strong, you got to fold it. And that's the reality. And so when you know better, you change. Like y'all say, ascension now, because I remember I broke it down, but now you have a better equipped rationale for responsibility, self-responsibility, to ascend. Now you are speaking it into reality. You're giving it energy. You're allowing it to exist, because y'all made a fake Jesus. And then when I told you about Quasimodo, they tried to kill him off like they did at the World's Fair and all those ancient buildings. And we're going to go over here and we're going to set this mug up on fire. You know what I'm talking about? Notre Dame, right? Quasimodo had to die, even though it was a fictional person based off of South America, because they made you believe that Notre Dame was the only building like that when the biggest one was here. Oh my goodness. The whole earth knew each other, man. Everybody was cool. But then you get these pieces of excrement like Theodore Albert Herzl, and you can see the ones now, Mallorca and all. He got an oath of office. They didn't take no oath of office. Most police have an oath of service. They don't have nothing to do with the office. That's why you have sheriffs and marshals, good ones. The bad ones have been getting locked up lately. I don't think y'all been seeing it. Is this saying that everybody's good out here? Well, what's good mean? I want somebody to break down what good means to me. That's like saying stay blessed, stay be blessed. What is actually good, man? If you good, like I need somebody who's that low of existence. When you start really learning these languages, man, if DJ was in here, he'd break it down for you. When you start learning the truth of these words, you be like, wait a minute. And then some people come, the goofies will come along. Oh man, you could do that with anything. Exactly. And anything and everything has been done. Look at your state. Look at your state of mind. Look at, what are you fighting and arguing for? Who are you? What is problem? You don't even know who you are. You dig what I'm saying? My beard's coming in pretty good, y'all. I'm going to have to start putting this on there and let it just, you know what I mean? So it's coming in. You feel me? My hair look crazy. That's why I got the hat on, y'all. You got to excuse me, because it's laying down on the sides and it's curling back and it's doing the whoopity whoop, and I ain't want to put no do-rag and nothing on it. I told you that my boy sent me that stuff. This is a black soap. I can show you better. I ain't even used it yet. I'm just going to show you, because you know how I am about weird stuff. And my knee hurts, y'all. Yes, ganja is from out there. Dropping to my knee and all that foolishness. Oh my goodness. Bang my knee up there. All bad knee already. Oh, it'll be all right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I got my knee brace on. It's just because I dropped on it, and you know, I got to be careful. Even though they healed up pretty good, they're still, I can easily damage them. So, my light skin folk. Oh, it's miracles. All right. It's called a washcloth. Now for my brothers and sisters. So you can see I haven't used them. It just said shipping center ground. You see, this is what I'm talking about. It doesn't say where it came from because somebody ordered. I told y'all somebody sent it to me. I know who it was. They hit me up in my hometown. They don't live there. They live on this side of it. And they hit me up and they sent me this saying, Rick, man, you was grand in high school. No smack. My pops, my great-grandpa on my Chickasaw side has long silver hair. Like my pops had a big fro, right? When he was doing this stuff, he didn't do nothing with it. So my aunt took care and braided his hair. You know what I mean? But this is called Black Soap, Gray Coverage Bar Shampoo. I haven't used it. I like the gray. It smells like lavender. It smells mango. Oh, it smells good, y'all. I'm gonna have to read about it before I put it on. I might use it just to see what happened, but I like the gray in my head, y'all. Look at that. Look. It look like the candies off your you sprinkle on your ice cream. You see that? I know it's plastic. And you know what? I'm opening it so you can see it. I hope I don't have no allergies I know of other than Abilify, which was given to me by a vet like VA, and it's like they were experimenting with us. And I went crazy. My body rejected it, and they were like, whoo, the nurse even left. And that's when I made that statement. I said, don't you be experimenting on me. When I tell you I want an iron pill and a multivitamin, you don't give me nothing else. Put it in a cup. I said, iron, when I was in there, because I was drinking a lot. Iron, multivitamin, and amino acids. It was a drink that you get in the VA. Who remembers that in the VA? You get the amino acid drink? And they come giving me this thing with these pills. I said, what's this? Oh, those are your vitamins. Well, you got vitamin E in there and stuff? She says, well, probably. And this is a negress. Yeah, that's how stupid our people have become. Look at that, right? Look like those little sprinkles on ice cream, right? Check it out. Right? Oh, it smells so good. I don't like when stuff smells so good like that, man. That smells too good, man. I almost smell like I want to eat. My ass gonna get big again. Anyway, right? So it comes in this. I'll show you what it looks like, so where you can see it. Actually, in case you guys who are worried about how you look, not me. I don't care about how I look. Well, I mean, you know what I mean. You are what you think. East Moon Black Soap. And then can you read that? I'm not steady enough, I don't think. Can you read that? Well, where's in the little orange there, it says gray coverage. I know my phone's not because of the light. You see the light is messing with it. And that's so I thanked him because he saw that I was hot when I was talking about the last time. He was mailing stuff, don't say nothing, put a card, I said, what's up, red? You know, salute chief, or whatever. Just sending me some stuff. And again, I don't like using deodorant. I wouldn't mind trying this though. Look, man, I don't even know about how you do this mess, man. I don't be using no deodorant. Oh, okay. I'm not playing. Oh my goodness. That is. Y'all know me. I'm like, when it comes to colognes and stuff, I like doolies and stuff like that. You know, I'm an old country boy, man. I put my cowboy hat on my boots and my buckle. I mean, and I put my mouthpiece, which is right up under it. I wear my mouthpiece, you know what I'm saying? Rodeos, in case somebody wants to get around doing an old fake Western slam dance. So, not bad, huh? I mean, I could do a quick little 2-minute spew and sell this stuff easily, but like I said, it's not the case. So I really like Dr. Squatch. It's really, really good. The soaps are phenomenal. The mango one's really good. I have the mint and I have the mango one, but the mango one I keep, I got to get it up my old Navy soap tray, you know. So he sent me 3 of them. I haven't looked into it. I'll read about it and see how to use it and how long it takes and everything. If I was to use it, don't get harsh on me, because you know I ain't gimmicky and stuff, but I prefer to do something before you guys use it. I do a little better by getting hurt, and I recover a little better than everybody else. Anyway, appreciate y'all taking the time to listen to old fogey like me, old shovelhead, shovel tooth. Neolithic individual like myself. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna shout y'all all out, okay? And I'm gonna relax, man. It's kind of early, and we're gonna definitely today. We got time. We definitely gonna get in that next read. And my neighbor brought me 2 bottles of organic wine from California. She was gone. He was here, and it was the same stuff. I said, "What y'all trying to do, man? It got mRNA in it." They were looking at me like this. "You serious, Brad?" I said, "I'm serious as a heart attack, man." I said, "I can't trust nothing coming from California, man, even though I like this wine." So I got about 6 bottles now. You know, I gave away a lot, remember, when they was barbecuing, and some was back around, they barbecuing down here. And I ain't talking about Haitian barbecue. I'm talking about they barbecuing. There ain't nobody walking around, you know what I'm saying, machete. And so I might just go ahead and break, because I like that wine. And ganja, and anybody, Timonius, everybody could tell you that the wine that I drink is phenomenal. It's strong, though. It's very strong. It's got to be strong. What, Baba? If you don't need them new lizards alone, boy, I swear for goodness. Anyway, I'm sorry about it. Anyway, I appreciate you. I'm going to shout y'all up. Tariq, what's going on? Grand Ascension. What's going on, beloved tribe? That's right. Appreciate that, beloved. There's my baby. Hey, mama. What's up, mama? That's my baby girl right there. Delusions. I got Max V, popcorn and feet up. Concord Grape, you already know. Devin DeMore, what's up, beloved? Original Lone Wolf, what's going on, fam? Yo, y'all see the live he did? I'm not gonna sit here crying about who need to subscribe and this, that, and other, but if y'all ain't supporting your brothers in here, that's go for you new subscribers too. I don't care if you are these so-called fake-ass government agents. What I'm saying is, do yourselves a favor and subscribe. You might even get more, even though you already recorded everything. But you'll be able to see it firsthand when it drops, all right? Oh, Slot, what's going on? You already know, Scott. You already know, beloved. Anyway, I appreciate everybody coming in, man, taking the time. Wish everybody else would speak up. But like I said, some of these people are impractical. I would say if you're so powerful and so badass, speak up. You're not the troll. I don't want you to believe in shit. Not a thing. Nothing. Yeah. And be careful when y'all out there having people worship shit, manifesting things. Because when it shows up, these motherfuckers don't know what to do. Because they're fucking with things that they shouldn't have been fucking with at first, that were fucked with before. Now, all of a sudden, they got some new things they got to find out and figure out. And it may be too late for they dumbasses. It is what it is. See y'all here in a few hours.